up? A Cinema Shogun here, and for a while there, it seemed like everything was quiet on the Britney Spears front. Don't get me wrong, I won't say that things were normal, but they weren't as bizarre. You know, we weren't getting the repetitive uploads with the weird spinning in circles combined with what some people like to say are dance moves. I like to call them spontaneous hand gestures. But for a while, I mean, I've been sitting back watching and things were really dialed back. I'm not sure how many of you all have been paying attention this whole way, but I could assume that a lot of you all have. And you got to understand where I'm coming from here, right? That for like, give or take 6 months, things were just off the wall, utterly bizarre. And I'm not saying that bizarre things don't happen with Britney Spears to this day. I'm just saying it's like they dialed it back majorly. But one thing I've noticed is this week, things are starting to pick up again. The repetitive uploads of videos, not as bad as what they were, but we're watching videos be uploaded and then deleted and then uploaded again once again. We're now seeing a whole new barrage, a whole new wave of horrible, horrendous dance moves. And you know, of course, Britney's biggest fans, the Yas Queens, they are eating it right up. They're loving it. But the general public are once again looking at this like, what in the heck happened here? I believe they even talked about her on like the Joe Budden podcast. Someone mentioned that she looks like a cheap hooker nowadays, with the way she moves, like a cheap stripper. I'm not here to say that, but I understand where people are coming from when they judge these weird little cringy videos that she puts out. But I'm sitting here and I'm like, okay, we've gone a few months where things were quiet. And now all of a sudden, we're going to get just bombarded with these weird dance videos where she's looking at the screen and you could just see the gaps forming in her teeth, which is kind of weird. And you see her just blankly looking at the screen. Like, the only way I could describe it, it's like the lights are on, but nobody's home. Isn't that how the saying goes? So I'm sitting here wondering, like, okay, why now? Why are they, or when I say they, why is Britney, or why maybe the people on Britney's team, why now are they upping these videos? Why are we being bombarded again with these type of videos? And then you look in the headlines and you realize that, like I reported to you all, that Britney Spears is supposedly done with her memoir. Mind you, if you have a single lick of common sense in your brain, then you know that Britney didn't really write this memoir. And even her sitting down with someone that just writes down her thoughts and puts them in the right words, that kind of seems unlikely to me as well, just a tad bit. Because Britney is all over the place. And I don't think that she could properly describe what she necessarily went through. I just find it hard that she could put a cohesive book together, even with the help of others. And then when you hear about this book, you hear about, oh, it's going to talk about her great new life with Sam and stuff like that. And I'm just kind of like, we're going to talk about the Justin Timberlake drama. And it's like, this book is going to go through a bunch of things that we already know. And I don't know, I thought we were sold the idea that this was going to be an entire book about what she went through over the conservatorship and how crazy it was and how bad it was and all of this top secret stuff that we never got to know before. But that's not really the case. But anyways, I could talk about that all day. I started putting two and two together, which is not hard, ladies and gentlemen. I realized very quickly, the light bulb went off in my head that, okay, you're promoting that the book is about to come out. So you're starting to promote the book. And right on time when this news comes out that, oh, Britney's book is done, now Britney's going to up the ante on the crazy on Instagram. I feel like things got kind of too crazy there for a while. Too many people started picking up on the fact that something wasn't right there. You had her attacking her kids and all types of stuff, and then things got dialed back. And now that she's going to be, or they are going to be promoting a new book, now the crazy is going to be upped on Britney's Instagram profile. Because, I mean, as someone, I looked into this story for way longer than I probably should have. I mean, I went through Britney Spears info with a fine-toothed comb. And one thing that I realized over the course of this investigation, if you will, is that you could time it directly. Like when Britney would post a controversial nude photo, as soon as she would do that, Sam would post like an ad for a new crypto company or a new mobile game or something like that. They would happen simultaneously. So people who would be like, oh my God, Britney posted a nude. Let's go see what's going on her husband's profile. They would immediately be shown these ads. Because you see, no one really cares about Britney's husband. No one cares about Sam. For the longest, he was buying what I believe bot followers. You could see just the generic comments and interactions he would get on his photos. But he knows that, oh, when Britney does something, people start flooding to his account. So it seemed to me like Britney's nudes were directly connected with Sam making money from sponsorships. That's something that I put together. Now, what appears to me to be happening here now is, okay, the book's going to be coming out soon. They want it out in time for the holiday season. I think they're eyeing something around October. So they're going to start promoting this now. What's going to happen in the promotion of this? You're not going to see Britney Spears on Oprah reading excerpts of her book. You're not going to see Britney Spears doing a normal press tour because they know she's not capable of doing so. So what they're going to do to promote this book is basically we're going to watch Britney go crazy on Instagram for months until this book drops. You could go ahead, you could stamp this video, you could record it, you could do whatever you want, bookmark it, mark my freaking words. I am like Nostradamus when it comes to this woman. They are going to promote this book, not by the usual way, like the author or the person who the book is about, doing a book tour. No, she's not going to be signing books at Barnes & Nobles. No, she's going to be butt naked on Instagram, twirling in circles, making sure that the more and more people are interested in the story, so they buy the book. How much you all want to bet? How much do you all want to bet? Now, the question will be, is this Britney's own doing? Like, Britney, are you knowingly promoting Sam's little ads? Are you knowingly promoting Sam's little ads by posting nudes? Are you knowingly going to promote your book by spinning in circles and looking like a drugged out crack weirdo? Is that how you, like, do you know that you're going to promote the book like this? Or is your team behind your back promoting the book like this? You know, there's a lot of theories out there about Britney Spears. And I try not to shoot down anyone's theories because it's a weird situation going on. I acknowledge that various things can be possible. But one thing I had to do in my journey of trying to find out what's really going on here, I had to realize, and hopefully some of you all may realize this as well, that in the grand scheme of things, it felt like everyone, including myself for a while, we were all going out of the way to make excuses for this woman. We would explore all of these crazy theories when in reality, the most logical conclusion, the most logical answer is right there in front of your face. The most logical answer is that Britney has mental health issues. Maybe she has substance abuse issues, and everyone knew that. That's why she was put in the conservatorship. And now, instead of thinking, hey, maybe Britney Spears is a clone, or maybe she's recording videos in front of green screens, maybe she's locked away somewhere. I'm not saying that those theories aren't true. I'm just saying the most likely scenario is right in front of our face, that Britney's crazy. So be careful in your exploration of this story that you don't go down these weird rabbit holes. In reality, you're making excuses for this woman. You understand what I'm saying here? Like, I understand these various theories are interesting, and oh yeah, you like to dive down the rabbit holes of her being cloned and green screens. I can tell you for a fact the green screens, that's not real. But I understand people want to go down those rabbit holes, but in doing so, you're kind of denying what's right in front of you. Like, there's no need to come up with this super crazy, elaborate theory when the most logical explanation is right in front of you, that she has mental health issues, and that she has for a while, which is what landed her in the conservatorship in the first place. I'm not here to say I agree with the conservatorship. In fact, I don't really agree with conservatorships. But let's not ignore what's right in front of our faces as we dig and we look elsewhere for answers. I understand exploring the different avenues. I've done so myself. But in my investigation, if you will, I came to the conclusion that we're dealing with a mentally ill woman who is very bitter. She lashes out at people. She's very mean, honestly. She doesn't have a normal filter like all of us because she is coddled and her fan base supports everything. And I think we are watching a woman manipulate her fan base into being worried sometimes about her mental condition. And I think she knows that. I think Britney knows that people are concerned about her. And I think sometimes she does weird things that she knows people will view as concerning simply for attention. I think some of this stuff, I've gotten to the point where not only do I think Britney's kind of off her rocker, I also think that she is, I think she's aware sometimes of what she does. I think other times she's totally not aware. Like, sometimes she probably thinks she's doing the greatest dances ever, when in reality she looks like an idiot. But other times, the things she says and random little things she does, I really think she's trying to set off her fan base into worrying about her, because that's why she is relevant to this day. So like I said, mark my words, long story short, I think we're going to start seeing the crazy ramped up on Britney's Instagram profile from now until the release of this book. Let me know your thoughts, though, down in the comments below. While you're down there, hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe, ring that notification bell, and I'll talk to you all in the next video.